Everyone doubted the Dublin Shamrocks. Even you, don't lie. Don't lie, you didn't think we'd beat the Atlanta Falcons. We went to Atlanta, we won by 3. I don't care, we got the W. That's all that matters. This week is a little bit different though, as they're facing the Detroit Lions, who are 12-4, and we're heading into the divisional round of the playoffs. This is a big moment for our young team. We're ahead of where we should have been, but can we get the job done this week? That's the question we got to find out. So scout with the Lions are working with, they have Kenny Galladay at 91 overall, Justin Coleman's at 88, along with Trey Flowers also at an 88. Ragnow's there, Marshall Bird is their stud outside linebacker, Kerryon Johnson's still there at running back for them. AJ Green has now migrated a little bit north to go to Detroit now. Who is their quarterback? Matthew Stafford's still there at 33 years of age at 82 overall. So a lot of their core team is still there, a lot of good talent, but I feel like we match up pretty well. Time to see if we can do what we should be doing on paper on the actual field. We're heading all the way from Dublin to Detroit, and our main goal is to get that W. We are not supposed to be here. We are trying to be opportunists, take advantage of the situation at hand, and get this W. Everyone's writing us off. They're calling us the underdog. The Lions are going to beat us down, and all that stuff. Defense, step up. Offense, just play good. Give the ball to Thad Lindley, Cole Cook. Don't turn the ball over. Defense, get a couple turnovers for once. We'll be okay. If our team comes out here, we get the ball first. You know what we got to do first. Give the ball to Thad Lindley and let the young fella cook. As he runs into his own offensive lineman, it's unfortunate. And as a reminder for you guys, Chase Young out for 4 more weeks, so pretty much gone. I think even if we got to the Super Bowl miraculously, he would not be eligible. And then Montez Sweat out for the season. Again, our top 2 defensive ends gone. A little 2nd and 4. Cole Cook, the only guy back here. Got a nice pass. He hit him, but it just didn't really go for much. The opportunity coming here on 3rd and 3. Steven Sims is a dog. How did he catch that? It was one of those passes where it was definitely our first read. We didn't even look at any other reads, and somehow it still worked out. I don't really know how it worked out, but I'm here for it. Got a guy out here in the corner. What a catch. Are you kidding me? Unreal grab on the post route to the corner. I love it. So Steven Sims comes out and gets a nice grab one-handed across the middle, which was pretty amazing. Then he gets a toe tapper out there on the edge to get a major first down. I'm happy with how we're starting in the passing game. The running game has been solid. We've only run twice, got about 8 yards, so I can't really be too mad at it, but I'm going to see what it does here shortly. Cole Cook's out here roaming, sees an opportunity to move, and he's going to go ahead and pick up what looks to be maybe a first down. Well, I thought he personally got the first down. This is what happens when you're the visiting team. You don't get the benefit of the doubt. So 3rd and inches, offensive line, all you got to do is block. Thad Lindley finds some room, gets the first down. We pick up 4 more. So looking pretty good right now for the offense, nearly in the red zone. Cole Cook back out here in play action. He's got his guy. He's going to float one. It is just over the head of Sprinkle. He can't catch it. Unfortunate, if you ask me, that was 100% going to be a touchdown if you put a little bit more effort into it. Just unfortunately didn't. We got Deontay Arnold out here springing across, and he gets down to the goal line at the 2-yard line. Gotta love your rookie receiver coming up big like that. Incredible play for him. We got 1st and goal now.
Just
do it. Steps up. He's gonna lose a yard and get sacked by Deshaun Hand. Well, 2nd and goal. We got a heavy front by Detroit right now. We're getting Lindley in the end zone. Lindley's got some room, and Lindley is going to burst through the end zone. A couple of touches. He's got a touchdown, so I can't get rid of it. Keep feeding that man. Anytime you can come out and do well on your first drive and get points is great news, especially when it's a touchdown. But Detroit is coming out here pretty quickly with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. They're looking really good, and oh no. Yeah, Matt Stafford found his tight end for a big game. Definitely blew our coverage there. Not exactly the greatest move we've ever done, but it is what it is. Stafford and company back out here with a short little out route. They're going to pick up what looks to be 5 yards. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Reuben Foster moving his guys around the middle a little bit. Running back looks completely gassed. Or put a little bit of pressure on Stafford.
Oh, no.
He throws one. Kenny Galladay is that dude. The 91 overall receiver picks up the first touchdown for the Detroit Lions in the game. Short of an extra point. It's about to be tied up. Offensively, I feel good. Defensively, there's some work to be done. That was not our best stand we've ever done. We got a lot of work. Well, 2nd and 7 coming up. Back to the play action. Cole Cook spins around and Sprinkle, where's your head at? Gotta be honest, Jeremy Sprinkle is usually one of those guys that I'm saying, can't believe he caught that. Amazing grab. What poise. Today, that man's head is nowhere to be found. Cole Cook's gonna dump it off to Thad, and Lindley's gonna skirt his way around, gets that first down and a whole lot more. Ending the first quarter with a positive game. Start of the second quarter, still a tie ball game right now. Cole Cook sees a lot of people in the front for Detroit, but Thad Lindley's going to find himself some room here. He's going to skirt through and picks up what looks to be a whole lot of yards. 1st and 10. The right side of the 50 at the moment. Got our guy out here moving. Arnold's going to catch that one. Has to slow up a little bit, but he picks up another first. Got to give major props to Cole Cook. He's looked fantastic today. The only incompletions he's really had have been to Sprinkle, who just doesn't have his head in the game right now. Going to get his guy Sims going to cross the middle. We got McLaren going deep. We're going to test one. It's going to be close. Caught, batted away. What a play by the defender. Matt Patricia freaked out on that one, knowing that he almost gave up a big touchdown with his defense, and he would not have been happy. Boys, not quite there as Cook throws an errant pass. So that's going to bring up a major 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Oh, Cook sees a little bit of pressure. Got his guy across the middle in a tight one. I think that was thrown a little bit too deep, and it's not going to work. So instead of what probably should be a touchdown drive here, we got to settle for a field goal. Fake Ed Sheeran's going to line up. Going to kick that one up. That one's going to be right down the middle. We'll take the 3 points. But I feel like we could have had 7. Now, Detroit ended up getting the ball back, but they couldn't do anything with it, so we get lucky and get it back on our side. We'll carry up the middle by Lindley, just doesn't really go far. Look, don't get me wrong, Lindley's had a good game so far, but it just hasn't been that great game that we're used to seeing from him ultimately. So 2nd and 9 coming up here. Cook feeling some pressure. We're going to see him throw one on the run. Sprinkle's finally going to grab one, and that's going to be a 1st down. After everyone calling for a set early in the season, it's good to see the maturation of Cole Cook just finally start seeing major progressions. That's a play that he absolutely would not have made in the first couple of weeks of the season. And we just got the worst news possible. Lindley is down, and I think he's holding his hip. Losing your starting running back, especially the guy that was one of the best running backs in the entire league this year, is never good. How are we going to get by? I don't know, but hopefully he's coming back. But as of right now, it's not looking super likely, but look at McLaurin is going to go all the way down here, makes a big play, turns a little bit of something into a whole lot of something. And I'm not a doctor, but my prognosis was correct. A dislocated hip for Thad Lindley. He's done for the rest of the year, if you ask me. Got to do with our backup. 3-point lead here in the first half. Hope your backup, you do something big. McKissick's going to take one up the middle. McKissick's trying to burst through, and that's a heck of a first carry for 14 yards. McKissick had a good run there. I don't think that's going to be the norm, though, so we really need our defense to step up when they get the ball back. Cole Cook back here on 1st and 10. Cole Cook feeling the pressure. Cole Cook is getting chased down by a grown man, and well, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It was a big tackle by Bird. He has been putting pressure on us all game long, and hoping we can block him at some point today. 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws it. Had a couple guys open, but couldn't find him. A big 3rd down and 10. It's going to drop back. Blitz comes in. This is a beautiful screen right here. Got McKissick out here making a guy miss in the open field. Gets down to the 12, and we're still alive. McKissick isn't as good as Thad Lindley, but he's been a really good guy. Now, I don't think we actually renewed his contract, so that's a little awkward, but maybe he's just trying to fight for another job in the offseason. I mean, that being said, we could still technically try to bring him back, but see how the cards lay out. This is going to be big. A one-handed grab. No way Steven Sims just did that. The most underrated receiver on our team, by far. One more look at it. Cole Cook puts it up there where only his guy can get it, and the one-handed grab. The left-handed grab by, I believe, the righty. So we got mossed. A little over a minute left right now. The Lions are trying to go down and get themselves some points on the board. Going down here to the flats. They got their guy. We're going to keep him in bounds and make sure they got to use a timeout, which they do. Detroit again, under a minute left. Pretty much going to be the pass-happy offense. Watch in the middle, and we made it. Reuben Foster is going to be there to pick that one off. He's going to get it quickly, and we got a chance possibly to put more points on the board. We only had one guy get more than one interception this year, and that was Ronald Darby. We had a lot of guys with one, but not enough with more. And look at Reuben Foster, though. Putting in some work, getting us the thing we needed, and Sprinkle finally catches a pass. Are you kidding me? Thank you. I mean, technically, Sprinkle already has the reception today, but that's his first real one in actual traffic. Cole Cook again, taking his time. Gets hit. That is picked up by Deshaun Hand, who is going to go in the end zone, I believe, untouched unless McKissick can get him. He cannot. It was looking good, and then it turned bad. So going into halftime, what was a 10-point lead, and possibly even more, turns into a 3-point lead thanks to an unfortunate turnover and a great heads-up play by Deshaun Hand. Got to step it up. The Lions started the half with the ball, couldn't really do much, so it ends up going to us pretty quickly about a minute later. So we're picking up here. Keep in our own territory, looking for McKissick to pick up some yards, and he's had a solid day so far. And maybe it's because his shoulders aren't as wide. I mean, Thad Lindley is a little muscle hamster just walking around, but McKissick's had a pretty solid game so far. Can't be so mad. The guy in motion. Safety slides over the left-hand side now. There's a whole lot of room for our guy Cole Cook, and he's going to slide because he's responsible. He's not trying to fumble. Gotta love Cole Cook. Seeing the pressure, getting away from it, and picking up some major yards after what was unfortunate last time, but he can't do it this time, and not again. What? Cole Cook has fumbled, and Detroit has the ball in the red zone again. Absolute blitz of pressure off the edge. Right tackle blew his assignment, and Detroit has the ball right where they want to start. And that's going to be an easy walk into the end zone. Ronald Darby blew his assignment. Watching it slip away. He got to step up. The last actual 5 minutes or so of football have been a nightmare for our team. We have got to pick it up. You've got to find a way to do better, because this is unacceptable. And honestly, I can't really put that all on Cole Cook's shoulders right now. I mean, yeah, he's technically been the one to turn it over, but I feel like the offensive line has let him down big time so far. Again, that blitz off the edge was pretty crucial. Deontay Arnold's going to pick up what looks to be a first down here. And speaking of Arnold, look, one of the fastest players on our team, one of the best players in the open field. Let the young fella run a quarterback one time to see what happens. Homer's going to be his guy in motion. He's looking to get outside. He couldn't quite find a gap to go, and it was a failed experiment. Unfortunately, we accidentally ran a fake spike play. We got an audible out of that one, and this is not going to be good. We don't want to waste a timeout at the moment. We are going to let Arnold run around a little bit. This is probably not going to be great either, and those two back-to-back terrible plays. So an unfortunate mishap puts us in a bad spot. What could have been maybe a third and manageable means we're not looking at a third and a whole lot. I'm actually going to put Arnold on a deep route, see if he can break past that coverage. Cole Cook's got a guy, just find him open, please. Hold on to him, McLaurin, and he does. That is a big conversion with 15 yards separated us in a first down. The Lions were so close to getting off the field and feeling really good about their momentum, but somehow Cole Cook extends the play and keeps this drive alive. Got a little 2nd and 9 coming up. Cole Cook is gonna break off of the tackle. Are you kidding me? What a grown man play. That's a big fella. A lot of teams really compared Cole Cook to Big Ben Roethlisberger in terms of being in the pocket and breaking tackles, breaking sacks as they came through. And honestly, we haven't really seen too much of it until right now. To shed a grown man like that off your body when you're trying to look down the field and throw a pass, that is not easy to do, and made it look easy. Trying to get some blocking here from McKissick. McKissick's going to carry the pile a little bit and get 6 big yards there. It's going to make things pretty interesting. We got a 3rd and 2. We don't really want to mess around too much, but I think McKissick could get this first down if we block just a little bit for him. And ladies and gentlemen, he got just enough there. 1st and 10 for Cole Cook and company. Take his time. Got a guy wide open in Steven Sims, who has been so good for us today. He is our only real touchdown catch, but we just saw our center get hurt yet again. He's had injury trouble all season long. Sitting here in the goal line, we're trying to get McKissick out to the edge. Might be a little tough, but we'll see if we can get it. McKissick's got plenty of room, and good lord, we can drive a tractor through that hole. We will take it. We are back on the board, and ladies and gentlemen, we got the lead yet again. So coming out here with a 3-point lead, hoping we can stop Detroit early in this drive. Stafford into the center. Got a couple of options here. We're keeping pressure on him. We will finally get a sack on Matthew Stafford. Deron Payne, our sack leader on the year, gets another one. That was the perfect play to end the 3rd quarter run. Now with the 4th quarter starting, we got a little bit of momentum on our side. 2nd and a whole lot of yards for Stafford and company. It's like a halfback screen's coming up. We're going to sniff that one out pretty quickly. Deion Hamilton's going to get to him and drops him after a gain of 3. 3rd and 17. Obviously going to be a pass play here. We're going to drop a lot of our guys back in coverage. Got Trips bunch over there on the left-hand side, watching the deep routes. Stafford seems to panic a little bit. He's got a guy in front. We're going to try to keep him in front of us. No first downs here. We're going to stop him short of the marker. That is a big shutdown on 3rd down. Ray Sanders, the guy back here to return this one. Edwards lining up for the punt. It's a decent punt, not super long. Trey Sanders might have a little bit of room to work with it. Young fella, not his best move. Cole Cook has been phenomenal. The 2 hits on him that ultimately forced the fumbles, we can look past that because the rest of the game for him has been an absolute gem and a pleasure to watch, but we got to do better blocking here. Our backup center could not do anything, and we get housed because of it. 1-yard loss could have been a lot worse, but again, working with what we got right now. Cole Cook feeling the pressure is immediately got to get rid of it. That guy is a monster on the edge. You do not want to go 3 and out here. That is going to be unfortunate. We cannot live the 3 and out at this moment. Detroit immediately shifts like they know what play we're running. A little awkward, but we'll roll with it. Got our guy open down the middle of the field. Terry McLaurin picks up another big grab for a first down. When it felt like we were running out of a little bit of time and space there, we got something to work. Good throw again by Cole Cook, and great route by McLaurin, who's been good on his only 3 grabs, but they've been solid. 2nd and 7. Cook sitting his shotgun. He's got his guy, but the timing's a little bit off. So now we've got a big 3rd down and 7. We need Cole Cook to get some magic going again. Linebackers blitzing, leaves the middle of the field wide open. Deontay Arnold is right there for the grab. Throw where the blitz is coming from every time. Look, we have a 3-point lead. We do not need to rush anything. We see to keep their defense on the field, make them tired, and get that offense a little bit cold out there. Guess it goes through the middle. Not crazy, but it is 4 yards. Field goal's nice here, but again, we need a touchdown. To me, it's touchdown or bust right now. We really can't afford a field goal because they can still win with a touchdown. But a touchdown pretty much punches our ticket to the NFC Conference Championship, assuming we don't, mess up too much. Arnold on the underneath, Sims on the slant route here. Sprinkle could be the guy as well. Coach feeling it, throws off his back foot. That one's going to be a first down by Sims. What a grab and throw. Lions, no time is running out for them right now. If they hold us to a field goal, they're fine, but outside of that, writing's on the wall. Kissick looking to find some room again. 3 guys, 1 blocker, not going to end well. Our thing right now is, though, we don't want to become too predictable by just running the ball nonstop. We got to keep them on their toes a little bit. A little play action fake. Thad Moss was open, but Cole Cook overthrows him. So that hurts us a little bit because it stops the clock. But again, still in field goal range. Just don't want to turn it over. 3rd down and 8. Into the halfback screen. He picks it off. Are you kidding me? There is no humanly way possible he could pick that off. But he did. And now they're in scoring territory. We're going to take a look from a different angle here. This man is literally stumbling. And then just somehow lucks right into it. That angle maybe doesn't show it the best, but man goes from completely stumbling here. The eyes up. We're in trouble. We need to get a turnover. ASAP. ASAP. We're in a lot of trouble at the moment. We could have underneath route to AJ Green. We get him pretty quickly. And now AJ Green's hurt. That's bad news for Detroit. Stafford a little bit under now. Playing for the pass play. Underneath route again. This time different receiver, but same spot of the field. 3rd and inches right now. We're still playing the passing game. I don't believe they're going to go ahead and run it. We'll watch the middle just in case. They are going to run it. We see it, but Kerryon Johnson stretches his hand and gets that first down. Only 2 results are acceptable right now. A turnover that we can force or a field goal. Either one we'll take. We're not going to be happy with, obviously, them getting points, but we need to do something on defense. Stafford again, making adjustments. We go for the underneath route. Per usual, Kerryon Johnson breaks a tackle and somehow gets 12 yards there. These are getting real dicey. We don't want to waste any of our timeouts in case we ultimately need them. We got absolutely housed by Hutchinson. Detroit has the lead. We got 3 timeouts, though. There's going to be a booth review, but I'm almost certain that guy was in there. They're just making us watch touchdown play yet again. One more look at it here. I don't know on that one. There's 1 foot. Where's that 2nd foot land? He was actually out of bounds. Will Madden do something they've never done and actually get a challenge right? Probably not. If you were waiting dramatically for the answer to that, they did not get that right, unfortunately. So here we are, 1st and 10, and a whole lot of yards to go to get ourselves what we need. We need 4 points. We can't really settle for a field goal now. But McKissick in motion. Like Akuda is going to be the guy guarding him. Across the middle, we'll take yard after yard. I like that. Thad Moss, great grab. The big thing is we don't need to get every single yard just on 1 play. We can get down the field, dink and dunk a little bit, and make some magic happen here. Just really don't want to get sacked at the moment. It's a lot of pressure. Our right tackle, Morgan Moses, has to go. We will give it to him 100% after this season. It's just, he's bad. Really bad. Our whole team's bad. All of them. Offensive line's terrible. This has gotten to be incredible in all the wrong ways. We're running basically slants and post routes all day and hoping we get somebody open here. Cole Cook dropping. Cole Cook, dear God.
This needs to stop now.
It all crumbled very quickly. Very quickly. A game that we were so close to pulling off the W. The game that we thought we were going to shock the world in. Rookie mistakes, bad offensive line. They killed us out there today. Recapping the stats, Cole Cook's QB rating doesn't look very good. The 2 interceptions thrown It is what it is. I think the offensive line pressure is really what failed that young man. We saw when he had to, he can make some incredible plays, and he balled out the majority of the game. It's just whenever he turned it over, the offensive line was right in his face, and there's not much he can do with that. Stafford, on the other hand, absolutely killed it. Only had 2 incompletions today, one of those being a pick, but had 3 touchdowns. He didn't throw for a lot of yards, but he didn't need to. On the ground, McKissick came in and actually played a pretty good role as a backup running back. 16 carries, 63 yards, and 1 touchdown. I can't be mad at that at all. We held Kerryon Johnson to a really low yardage mark, probably as low as of the season. And Lindley was just getting started, got a touchdown, and then he got hurt. So the tail of the tape is Cole Cook. Those 3 attempts of 32 yards are solid, but the 3 fumbles that ultimately came from offensive line pressure, just can't roll with that. In the air, Steven Sims had some incredible grabs today, 5 for 67 and a touchdown. Deontay Yarner was pretty solid with 557, no touchdowns. Galladay Moss is pretty early. AJ Green got a touchdown off blown coverage. And Hawkinson, his touchdown just hurt. Defensively, not a lot of guys really stood out for us today. Darby had 6 tackles, mostly because he was getting burnt on coverage all game long. Ryan Anderson came up pretty solid with 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 5 tackles. Landon Collins has been pretty much MIA all season. He hasn't really made a lot of plays, so maybe he's one of the guys that we get rid of this offseason too. After the game, checking the injury report, we find out that Thad Lindley would have been gone for 8 weeks. So again, even if we had advanced, we would have not had him for the rest of the regular season, which is unfortunate, but let him rest up, let him get healthy. We need him full strength all next season. It was a heck of a year, and in my opinion, we were well ahead of schedule. What a lot of people thought we would ultimately be. 10-6 is absolutely a W, and how some of our young players progressed in key roles is absolutely fantastic. But that being said, losing, it still hurts in the playoffs right here. We got a lot of guys that are going to grow and they're going to get better this offseason. We got some guys who are going to try to sign in free agency. We got some guys who are going to try to draft that'll be primetime players on our team, and maybe some guys that'll sit for a little bit and contribute later. But all I know is this team has a bright future. This year just wasn't our year, unfortunately.